Hi everybody, my name is April. I am from the Resellers Learning Curve and I am making this video for my friend Tonya and her YouTube channel Thrifty Treasures, because I said probably months ago that I would record something for her channel. So for those of you who don't know me, once again, my channel on YouTube is the Resellers Learning Curve. I've been what I consider to be a full-time reseller for 5 years. There are lots of theories as to what constitutes a full-time reseller. A lot of people subscribe to the notion that if you have a day job, you're not a full-time reseller. I don't subscribe to that theory because I have a really demanding day job, but I also spend every lunch break, every day after work, every single evening, either sourcing items, listing items, shipping items. My online money is the bulk of how I pay my bills and take care of my adult responsibilities. So I consider myself to be a full-time reseller. Some people may disagree with me on that, and that's completely fine because it's not for everybody to have an opinion on. But like I said, I told my friend Tonya I would make a video for her, and the video that I want to make today is about challenging yourself and stepping outside of your comfort zone, kind of pushing your boundaries. And the way that I have been doing that here in 2018 is I have been sourcing items that I'm not so familiar with, because I found myself, especially in 2017, and I think even to a great extent in 2016, I fell into a rut. And the primary reason that I believe I fell into that rut is because I started my job, and that took a lot of my focus and my attention away from constantly elevating my resale business the way that I would like to. And so for 2 years, I just did the things that I knew, the things that made me comfortable. And quite frankly, I did a video on my channel. It was actually a video that subscribers have to pay for. So if you're going to look for this video, it's not free. It's actually $5. But I did a video on my YouTube channel where I did a 3-year review of my sales numbers. And for the people who chose to purchase that video, I actually talked about the top 10 items that I sold each quarter of those 3 years. So it was a really, really in-depth video. To me, it felt very, very personal, but it was very, very eye-opening in the sense that I realized my business wasn't growing. And so when I realized that my business wasn't growing, I realized that it was my responsibility to do something to change that. I also noted that I hadn't really challenged myself. I hadn't really done anything new, sold anything new. I had gotten really used to selling the things that I know. And in case you don't follow me on YouTube, my niche, as it were, is clothing. I would say primary would be men's clothing, suits, blazers, trousers, men's shoes. But secondary would be women's clothing. And women's clothing is actually the area, if there has been any area where I've grown the past year, year and a half, 2 years, it would be women's clothing, because I know a lot more about women's clothing today than I did 2 years ago, because for a long time I simply did not hustle it. I had this notion in my head of what it meant to like sell to women on eBay, and although that notion hasn't been completely debunked, to consider myself a feminist and to be that way was really contradictory. So I brushed up on my skills and my knowledge. Tonya and I always joke that you need all the skills. And I learned how to hustle women's clothing. So that's one area where my sales have absolutely increased. But men's clothing, either I'm just a much pickier buyer or is not out here the way that it used to be. I can't really call it, but I'm not finding the high-end stuff that I would like to sell. So as such, I had to really get out of my comfort zone, and I had to start selling some different things and learning different things. So that means a couple of things. Number one, it means that I'm taking more risk now, which, you know, no risk, no reward. Number two, it means that listing an item takes me much, much longer than it used to, because I used to pick up a clothing item, say a men's suit perhaps, and I can get that thing listed in, honestly, If my setup is agreeable, I can list a suit start to finish in 15 minutes. And I'm talking about an entire suit. So that part of it's really been a big adjustment, because there are nights that I will absolutely spend 2-3 hours researching a single item, and guess what? The item don't even get listed. But that's because I'm challenging myself and I'm doing something different. I'm learning something different. And quite frankly, guys, if you find yourself in a reseller rut, this is the #1 thing that I think you can do that will help you. It's an infusion of excitement, if you will. That's how it feels to me. It's an infusion of excitement. As such, what I wanted to talk about today is, because I told Tonya this is what I was going to do, I've been picking up jewelry bags. Not on a regular basis, because I can see it becoming super addictive for me. When I buy them, I'm so anxious. I'm ready to get them home. If you are finding me on Thrifty Treasures YouTube channel, you already know why I'm picking up jewelry bags, or jewelry jars, as she would say. I'm picking them up because they're incredible. They're incredible. The things you can find are amazing. So what I want to show you is, last week, I want to say last Thursday or Friday, I picked up 3 bags. They were $20 each. I had a 25% off coupon. So with tax, it cost me $48 and some change. So let's just round up and say it cost me $50 for these 3 bags. I got them home, and I'm just going to share this so you guys know. The one item that I thought was a home run mega score turned out to more than likely be a knockoff, and that was a Tiffany & Company necklace, a heart toggle necklace and bracelet, which I have since passed on to my boss lady at my job, because she wears all the jewelry all the time and everything looks so beautiful on her. And I would never ever knowingly risk my business, my eBay account, by selling something that I wasn't absolutely certain of its authenticity. As such, I reached out to Tonya and I was like, oh, mega score. And then as I did my research Friday night, I realized that it probably was not a mega score. It was probably a knockoff. So I decided that I wasn't going to list those, and then I didn't end up making the video because I was kind of bummed. But I did want to show you guys what I found. So this is for $50, and I want to give you an idea of the kind of things that are in those bags. So first off, I have this vintage. This is a Brighton. I want to see. I don't have to put my face up there for you to see this. This is a vintage Brighton watch. Very, very vintage. On the back of it, it says Cross Haven. Maybe not so vintage. I don't know. And I'll put notes on here because I don't remember how much the stuff is worth. So this vintage, maybe, Brighton watch goes for about 25 to 30 bucks. So clean this up, sell this. That's already half of my money back from my little bag experiment with the jewelry. And I'm showing you guys this just so you know how easy it is to step outside of your comfort zone, take a chance, do something different, but still not lose money. You can learn and maybe even still make a few dollars. So this watch, $25 to $30. The next thing I have is this is a Sergio Lube copper bracelet. It's a little bit misshapen. I'm going to talk to my maintenance guys today and see if I can get them to help me bend it back the correct way. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what these were going for, but I didn't write that on the little yellow piece of paper. I don't know what I was doing. Sergio Lube copper bracelet. I want to say I could definitely get at least 15, if not 20 plus for this. But like I said, I didn't write it on here, so I'm not entirely certain what this would go for, but it's worth enough that I put a tag on it, and I want to talk to you guys about it. The next thing is a POJ. I gotta take a sip of coffee. P-E-U-G-E-O-T. I think it's POJ. I don't know how to pronounce these. If you do come over to my YouTube channel, The Resellers Learning Curve, you'll hear me butcher names all the time. So if you're thinking about subscribing to my channel, I just want to warn you that this is kind of my thing. I butcher names because gotta try. So this watch, once again, I didn't write how much it's worth, but definitely worth something. The next one is the one that I absolutely loved. And I wrote the amount that it sells for on the inside. This is a fossil watch, guys. Look at this. Look at that. That's so pretty. So this fossil watch, and what I noted, I think I saw a couple of scratches on the face. Yeah, there's a couple of like deep scratches on the face, but the inside of it is so beautiful. It's really pretty. It's like a pearl. And the numbers, where there's supposed to be numbers, there's like 2 stones. It's very blingy. This watch in used condition goes for between $70 and $95. So I don't know why my phone will not focus on anything today. That's quite odd. This is a fossil watch, just to give you an idea in case you wanted to look it up. The number on this one is ES3383. And if you're researching watches, that's a good way to look them up. There's a number on the inside of a lot of them that will take you directly to the model and tell you exactly what it is. The next thing is something that I'm probably just going to give to one of my students here where I work. It's just a little chain. It's a little necklace with Coach charms on it. It looked like something, but kind of didn't look like something in the bag. Like I said, I saw that someone was selling these for like 10 to 15 bucks. Like they do sell. I don't know if I want to sell it for 10 to 15 bucks, but I did want to show you guys. It is a little Coach necklace. It's super cute, super cute. I like it, so that's why it's in here. The next thing, and I think I said I was only going to do 5 items. Well, that's at least what I told Tonya, but I'm just showing you guys like the most interesting things I have in here. This is a 14 karat gold ring. It's a leaf cutout ring. It's really thin, probably not worth much. Super pretty, very dainty. I wore it on my pinky yesterday. It got caught on everything. It's absolutely not for me, which I kind of knew because I don't wear yellow gold, but it's super pretty. This is a 14 karat gold ring that I found in a $20 jewelry bag, just to show you how easy it is to at least make your money back. Also in the $20 jewelry bag, this is a made in Italy sterling silver bracelet. Super cute. It's just like a little rope bracelet. And the final thing that I want to show you guys, I have like 2 or 3 more items that I'm digging down into the research on, so I don't really want to talk about those because I don't know enough to really talk about them yet, but I did want to show you guys the highlights. And like I said, I spent 50 bucks, and already I know that I've went over items that are worth in excess of 100, so I'm not gonna lose money. I just have to get these listed. The final thing though is this toggle necklace. I think that's what that's called, a toggle closure. And this is Mexican sterling silver and turquoise. This is so nice. I love this piece. And once again, this was in a $20 bag. So out of that $20 bag, I have a pretty awesome size bag of sellable jewelry that I'm gonna get listed and I'm gonna sell on my eBay page. So that's what I have today. I hope this encouraged somebody to get out there and hustle something that they haven't hustled before, because that's really what the whole point of this video is. I would encourage you guys to always challenge yourself, learn new things, do something different, expand your knowledge, because that's really what it's all about. And on an ending note, I want to say that that's absolutely the #1 thing that I love about my girl Tonya. Tonya probably has the deepest knowledge of any reseller that I know. And that's saying a lot, because I know some cold resellers. But Thrifty Treasures, oh girl, been doing this for way longer than most people realize, and she knows way more than most people realize. Like, she's over there with a brain full of profitable items that thankfully she shares with the world through this channel. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you find something new and exciting when you get out there looking today or this week or whenever you go outsourcing again. And I hope you guys all have an awesome week. Tonya, thanks for having me, and I'll talk to everybody soon. Have a good day. Bye.